we're identifying fractions as part of a whole. Now these three figures here are whole shapes that have been split into equal parts, and that's why it's part of a whole. So like if you have a pizza and you slice it into pieces, that would be a part of a whole. Or if you had a cake and you cut it into pieces, that would be a part of a whole as well. So all of these are parts of a whole. Now with fractions there are two parts. There's the numerator, the top number, and the denominator, the bottom number. The denominator tells us how many total parts there are, and the numerator gives us whatever they're asking for. So for example, if I wanted to figure out the shaded, the fraction of this circle that is shaded in, I would do the denominator. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 total parts, because the denominator is always the total number of parts. And then for the fraction that's shaded in, my numerator would be 1, because they want the fraction of this that is shaded in. Now if I did it the other way, if I did it for the fraction that is not shaded in, the fraction of this shape that is not shaded in, my denominator would still be 4, because there's four total parts, and there is 3 parts that are not shaded in, so my numerator would be 3. So once again, my denominator is the total number of parts, and my numerator is whatever they're asking for. For this shape, 1/4 of it is shaded in, and 3/4 of it is not shaded in. On to my next shape. Now this shape has a total of 8 parts, so my denominator is going to be 8. If I want to figure out the fraction of this shape that is shaded in, I'm going to count the shaded in ones. 1, 2, 3. So the numerator is 3, because they want to know the fraction of this figure that's shaded in, and my denominator is 8, because there's 8 total parts. And if I want to do the other way, if I want to figure out the fraction of that shape that is not shaded in, 8 would still be my denominator, because that's the total number of parts, total number of pieces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be my numerator. And on to the last one. This part of a whole here, it's broken into 4 pieces, so the denominator is going to be 4. And if I want to know the fraction of this that is shaded in, it would be 2/4. And if I wanted to do the fraction of this that is not shaded in, it would also be 2/4, because 2 out of the 4 are not shaded in, and 2 out of the 4 are shaded in. Now if you notice here, with all these fractions, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. In 3rd grade, for fractions, for all your answers, most of the time, your numerator is going to be the same size or smaller than your denominator.